In this video, I'm going to show you 40 advanced tricks and tips for Dragon Age Inquisition, and some of them you might not know, so make sure to stick around. Let's find out. Number 40. The QUNARI race can have the highest base damage. If you want to utilize your character's full potential, make sure to choose the QUNARI as your Inquisitor. Not only does it give you 10% of melee defense, but some of its helmets also provides a base damage bonus, especially the Crit Victor, which you can find in the Descent DLC that provides a 24 base damage, quite a significant boost to your damage output. Number 39. The healing potion can recover you from disable. Some of the skills in this game can also do that, such as the combat roll, fake glow, but you cannot always have one of these skills, so next time when you're knocked down, try to use the healing potion. You'll be ready to fight again as long as you're not in full health. Number 38. Stopping the demons from spawning. While you're fighting a Fate Rift, there are a few skills that are able to kill the demons in the process of spawning, such as the Spell Purge and Dispel. If you have a Templar and a Mage in your team, you could take out at least 2 demons with no effort. This is fairly helpful when your team is underpowered, but before you do that, don't forget to enter the tactical camera to check the targets. Make sure you're targeting the strongest one. Number 37. Teammates stuck in place. One of the annoying bugs in this game is where you find out you're the only one that's fighting the enemies, and when you check on your squad mates, they're all stuck in place. You might switch to them and help them out of the situation, but there's a much simpler way. Just hit the disengage command and problem solved. Number 36. Passive abilities have no weapon restriction. You might be wondering if the archery passive abilities work if you're using the dual daggers. The answer is yes, they work perfectly, and vice versa. In fact, I'll always choose the flow of battle for my warrior, no matter one-handed or two-handed. Number 35. Horses are good climbers. Have you ever failed to reach a high place to get a certain item? Well then, the horse is your best friend, as it's got amazing climbing skills. Mountains, platforms, no problem. Number 34. The upgrade version of Masterwork. After you reach Skyhold, you have access to the Master Crafting system, which allows you to put the Masterwork materials in your armor or weapon. The thing is, it only provides the basic spec of the skill without any upgrade effect. But if you have the same ability and upgrade yourself, then it acts as the upgrade version for that ability each time it procs. Really handy for some abilities such as the Walking Fortress, the Heart of Valor. Number 33. The Infinite Loot Glitch. A widely known glitch for people to get infinite ability points, which you leave at least one item in the loot and travel to another location, then come back, and all the loots will respawn. You can use this trick to farm schematics as well. Number 32. Don't miss out on the mess of the Grand Duchess. It's quite easy to miss when you're doing the main quest of the Wicked Eyes and the Wicked Hearts, as you have to meet certain conditions to get it. In order to obtain this powerful helmet, you need to expose or execute Florian in the core. It provides a total of 15 critical chance increase. Definitely the best helmet in this game. Number 31. The easy way of masterwork farming. A few certain masterworks are really powerful, as well as hard to get. If you are trying to farm this kind of materials by slaying monsters, then the odds are around 0.5%, I guess. Fortunately, there is an easy way. First, you need to turn on most of the trials. Having one or more trials enabled will increase the chance of earning special rewards, which can be collected from the special shipment chests in the Skyhold. Before you collect them, save the game, then collect the rewards. If it's not the one you want, reload your game until you get the item you need. More rewards you have, more likely you're gonna get what you want. Number 30. The crafted items always outpower the lootable. Once you have a decent schematic and enough materials, I suggest you replace your gears right away, cause now you have more flexibilities to custom your weapons and armors as you please. They are also usually more powerful, even with the lower tier materials. Number 29. Take the shortcut. If you are playing the Descent DLC, the elevator takes ages to get you down to the lower level, but you can just take the detour. And there you go. Number 28. The mana surge is extremely OP at the early game. Not does it only freeze the mobs around you when your shield expires, but it also applies to the squad mates other than the caster. Just simply let your squad stay together, so every time the mage casts a barrier, you have 4 chances of freezing your enemies. Number 27. The Duplication Glitch. After you reach Skyhole, you will have access to a storage chest. This is where the fun part begins. You can simply put in any items, then withdraw the item by pressing A and B at the same time, and you have the item in your inventory while leaving the same item in the storage chest. This is considered the most broken glitch in this game, which allows you to have infinite money or items as soon as you reach Skyhole. Number 26. Attack Cancelling. Have you ever noticed the basic attack in this game being a bit slow? Well, then this trick is for you. When attacking, you can cancel the animation anytime by pressing the search button. This will increase the attack speed a little bit, better than nothing still. But if you're playing the one-handed warrior, your attack speed drastically increases if you cancel it with a shield wall. And this also blocks incoming attacks. 1 stone, 2 birds. Number 25. The Resistance Cap. In this game, you can only have a maximum of 80% resistance from melee, range, and magic. If you're aiming for a certain aspect, be careful not to waste your resources. Number 24. Status Effect Combinations. There are a few interesting spell combinations such as Chain Lightning plus the Pull of the Abyss. You put the mobs into sleep, then followed by a Dispel. They become Nightmare. You can achieve all of this by using only the Rift Mage. Number 23. Masterworks don't stack with different tiers unless if you favor a certain type of Masterworks, you may want to use the same materials for your armor and weapon, but it's not a good idea. Not only it doesn't stack with materials of the same tier, neither with the different tiers. Well, technically they do stack, but they share the same cooldown. Once it procs, all of them are on cooldown for 10 seconds. That's not the kind of stack we want. On the other hand, the passive ability types stack perfectly. For example, 5 guards plus 3 guards. You gain 8 guards per hit. Number 22. The Infinite XP Farming. There are a few locations you can farm infinite XP. The first is by killing giants in the Emerald Graves. The giants will spawn infinitely around these areas, but I don't recommend this method if you're on the lower level. The other one is in one of the tombs of Pharaoh. By intentionally lining the torch in the wrong order, you got endless demons to kill. Not very efficient though, but you can farm as much XP as you want. Number 21. Charging Bow hits twice. If you're close enough to your target, this ability grants you an extra hit, which you are not supposed to get if charged from a long range. Number 20. Runes not only provides you damage. Other than the damage, it also has another purpose. For warriors, the extra critical hit provides a 1 second ability cooldown with the flow of battle, and the rogues recover more stamina with certain passive abilities. For mages, this increases the chance to triggering the flash point, so always put a rune in your weapon, even with the crappiest one. Number 19. The Hidden Treasure Room in the Elven Mountain. When you're in the lower level of the Elven Ruins in the Trespasser DLC, you pass by this treasure room and see all of these sweet golds in there, but you can't get in just yet. In order to make this work, you need to get the Anchor Blast upgrade from the shared library and come back to the upper level of the Elven Ruin. Then you go from this balcony and all the way down to the river bank. You'll find a bunch of explosives and rocks. Then use the anchor to blow stuff up. Head inside where the tunnel leads you back to the vaults. From here you can loot a total amount of 200,000 gold. Number 18. Don't make the wrong choice if you want the enhanced amulet of barrier. In case you're regretting of not getting this item, I'm gonna spoil this game a little bit. You need to sign with the Templars during the main quest in Your Heart Shall Burn. Then you can loot it from Fiona after defeating her in the Haven fight. This amulet is so damn good that significantly improves your combat experience later on. Number 17. The Flask of Lightning is broken for the AI. We always say the AI is dumb, but not this time. When the AI Tempest smashes the Flask of Lightning, she acts insanely fast and takes care of everything for you. And all you need to do is to sit and watch. This is absolutely broken. Apparently, BioWare didn't do a good job on their math. Number 16. The Pommel Strike stuns everything except the dragon. The Staggering Strike is obviously broken. No monsters can get away from this effect, even if they're immune to stun. But if the mobs are in the middle of the attack animation, they'll be stunned afterward. You can even stun the giants and brutes. Number 15. The Walking Bomb gives you a free spell. If you cast another spell right after the Walking Bomb lands, this spell would cost you no mana or cooldown, which makes casting 3 spells in a row possible. For example, if you cast a spell right after the Walking Bomb lands, then this spell has no cooldown. If the Walking Bomb triggers the flashpoint, you can cast the same spell for the second time with no cooldown, then the third time. Really handy, right? You can utilize this trick by casting Energy Barrage or Winter's Grass 3 times in a row to cause massive single target damage. Number 14. The HAKKONITES attack is ridiculous. Every single attack from these enemies adds a debuff called the Hakkon's Wrath, which stacks and lowers your cold resistance. When it stacks for a few times, no one can survive the next attack. The Dispel and Spell Purge may help a little bit, but eventually, they're gonna build up this debuff pretty quickly. The only solution to this is to kill them as fast as possible. Number 13. Some specialization abilities do stack, such as the Opportunity Knocks. If you have 2 Artificers in the team, this effect doubles. And the same goes with the Maker's Will if you got 2 Templars. Number 12. Inspect your enemies with a Tactical Camera. If you keep dealing 1 damage with your elemental attack, check the enemy's attributes, especially the Nightmare difficulty, to find out their weakness. Then change your tactics accordingly. Number 11. Double the Energy Barrage. If you use the Blade of the Darien, this spell will fire 24 projectiles in total instead of 12. For example, if your blade's main element is fire with a frost rune attached to it, then this spell is gonna launch 12 fire projectiles and 12 ice projectiles respectively. Number 10. Change the time for your war table missions. If you play on PC, you can simply change your system time to speed up the mission process, so you don't have to wait. You may do the same for your consoles, but I never played this game on a console. I guess it worked too. Number 9. Spells that require no slots. After the Trespasser DLC, there are a few bug abilities require no slots to cast, but it's only for the AI. I hope we can do the same though. Here's how it works. Certain spells could be used by the AI even without being mapped to the ability slots. These are Fire Mine, Wall of Fire, Ice Mine, Well Strike, Elemental Mines. You can have more than 8 abilities for your AI with this trick. Number 8. Infinite Power Shots. With a Rolling Draw upgrade, you can fire a power shot that knocks down a target. If the leaping shot hits, this shot can be cancelled by using any other abilities right after it fires. Thus, you can keep this knockdown shot forever, as long as it's cancelled by another skill. Number 7. Items with gaining stamina on kill are bugged. This includes all items with this trait, amulets, passive abilities, and masterworks. They just don't work as intended. I mean, they do recover your stamina only if you kill your target with basic attacks. What a shame. This could have been really useful. Number 6. Crafting no restriction armor. When you're crafting your armor, there's quite a few materials that can remove the class restriction if you put them in the primary slot. Del's Loden Wood removes the class restriction for light armor, Snuffler's Skin for medium armor, and Silverite for heavy armor. Number 5. No fall damage if you are mounted. This is quite useful when you're taking a detour from high places. You take no fall damage if you are mounted, neither does your horse. Number 4. Don't miss out on certain agents. Throughout the journey, the Inquisitor has the opportunity to recruit several agents to work for the Inquisition. Once they have been recruited, they will count as a part of the Inquisition perks for the purpose of unlocking other perks. They also reduce certain requirements to unlock a few Inquisition perks, such as the Death Hand Fine Tools. Number 3. You are allowed to have more than 3 elusive. When you have more than 1 row spamming the Toxic Cloud, you will see 3 elusive from each ability respectively, although the number always shows 3, but it's definitely not true. And you can have up to 9 elusive at most. Number 2. The Walking Bomb Masterwork is not working as intended. The description says it deals 100 weapon damage on explosion, but actually, it's a lot more than that. I don't have the exact number. As far as I can tell, it scales to the damage you dealt, and the final damage could be incredibly high if triggered by a powerful hit, which makes it one of the best masterworks in the game. Number 1. Don't forget the golden nug. For players who already finished the playthrough, you can stop wasting your time on searching for certain schematics or potion recipes. The golden nug allows you to synchronize the previous collections by simply interacting with a statue with a new character, so you can enjoy the game right away from the beginning. There it is, 40 advanced tricks for Dragon Age Inquisition. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me which one is your favorite. Thank you for sticking around to the end. I'll see you in the next video.